Hello, my name is Choma Ojembe. In this video, I'll be talking about treasury bills. I'll be discussing the basic knowledge that you need to have to invest and make money from treasury bills in Nigeria. So here's a list of what I'll be talking about in this video. Treasury bill is a short-term debt obligation backed by the government, which usually has a maturity of 1 year or less than 1 year. So let me explain this from a layman's point of view. Let's say the government has some expenses to make. Let's say the government is in debt or has some budget deficit and wants to fund these expenses. One of the ways the government raises money is through treasury bills. Treasury bills are issued by the Central Bank of Nigeria. What happens is that there's an invitation for anyone to come and subscribe to these treasury bills so that money can be raised for the government. So individuals are expected to subscribe to this treasury bill for a period less than a year. It could be 2 months, 3 months. It depends on what package you want to subscribe to. So once the individual subscribes to this treasury bill at a rate, the individual earns profit depends on how much is invested, which will be calculated by that rate. Don't worry, I'll explain further as we proceed in the video. So that's basically the meaning of treasury bills. What are the advantages of investing in treasury bills? The first advantage I would say in investing in treasury bills is that treasury bills are secured. They are 100% secured. It is guaranteed that you get your money back. So it's one sure investment. It's an investment that you know that if you're investing in, this is the Nigerian treasury you're investing into. So at the end of the maturity period, whether it's 2 months, whether it's 3 months, depends on the package you pick, you're going to get your money back. So that's the first advantage. Second advantage I'll talk about is that this income you're going to make from the treasury bills are tax free. You're not going to pay any tax from this money that you're going to earn from investing in treasury bills. So that takes me to the disadvantage of treasury bills. The major disadvantage of treasury bills is that it has a low income rate. The percentage in which is used to calculate how much you're going to make from it is quite low. You have as low as 3% profit from what you're going to make on treasury bills, so it's quite low. Another disadvantage is that where the economy is not doing so well, like our rates have been wonderful this period in Nigeria, so where the economy is not doing well and you're giving a certain rate, let's say you're giving 3%, and then probably the next period the economy does a lot better and more money is made, you're not going to earn more money on your treasury bill. It's still going to be fixed at the rate with which you put it in. So that's the disadvantage. It's not like other investment platforms. It's not like certificates of deposits where you earn more and other type of investment. This one is quite low and all of that. So this is a brief summary of the major advantages and disadvantages of investing in treasury bills. So where can we acquire these treasury bills? You can acquire treasury bills from commercial banks, or there are some approved apps in which you can acquire these treasury bills. That leads me to the procedures of how to get treasury bills from the bank. So I bank with Guarantee Trust Bank. So this is how it works. You go to your bank, that's the first step. Second step is to write a letter to your manager, to your bank manager. You can ask the customer service for the accurate address. You write to your bank manager requesting that you want to do treasury bills. In the letter, you also include how much you want to use for treasury bills, and then you also write the duration. If it's a month, if it's 2 months, depends on the package. So once your letter has been approved, a debit is going to be made on your account. So how this debit works is that, let's say you want to invest 100,000 naira, and then your profit from investing in treasury bill is about 2,000 naira. What they do is that they deduct 98,000 naira and then leave the balance of 2,000 naira in your account, Then after the maturity period for the treasury bill, your account is credited with 100,000 naira. So that basically implies that your profit is left in your account immediately. So that takes me to the next point, which talks about how much you can use for treasury bills in Nigeria. The minimum amount you can use for treasury bills in Nigeria is 100,000 naira. So you can use a minimum of 100,000 naira, and then there's no maximum limit. If you have a billion, if you have 10 billion and you want to use it for treasury bills, you can go ahead to use this for treasury bills. Let's talk about the rates. The rates talk about how much percent you're going to earn. So I would like to say something about the rates. The rates could vary slightly in different banks. Now how this works is that the banks are invited by the central bank to bring their own bids. So when they bring their own bids, they submit different rates. Maybe this bank A could submit 3.5%, bank B could submit 4.5%. But what the central bank does is that the central bank puts what is called a stop rate. A stop rate is the percentage in which the bank cannot go more than. So the rates actually differ from banks to bank, but the difference will not be much because it's supposed to be, it's a competitive market, and they want you to invest, so they're not going to make it too high for you. But if you want to compare prices, if you want to compare rates, if you want to compare these rates with different banks before you acquire your own treasury bill, then that's fine. So in the primary market, these are the rates that are available now with Guarantee Trust Bank. As I said, the rates vary from bank to bank. You can also compare with other banks before you make your own investment. So from our table, we can see the prices. We have 100,000 naira to a million. We have it all the way to 100 million and above. And then we have the days. We have 7 days, we have 30 days, we have 60, 90 and 180 days. So if you're doing for you see, we can actually do for as little as 7 days. So the rate for this is 0.25% if you're investing 100,000 to 1 million naira. So it means that if you put in your money in treasury bills, let's say today is Monday, by the following Monday you're going to get it back, and then you'd have gotten your interest as well, and on and on. If you put your money for 30 days, you have it as 2%. We can see there's an increase to 60 is 3%, then 90, 80 is 3 and 3. So we can just look at the table to know the different rates. So I have a pen and a paper, and I'm going to show you how to calculate this rate. So let's say we want to put 350,000 naira in treasury bills at the rate of 3.5% for a maturity period of 3 months, which is 90 days. So we'll say 90 days times 3.5, which is the rate. So this will give us 315. So we would now say 315 divided by 360 days, because it's calculated annually. So this is going to give us 0.867%. So this is our percentage profit, actual percentage profit. So we say 0.867% all over 100 times our 350,000, which is our initial, which is our capital, right, over 1. So this will give us 3,056 naira. So we can say from investing about 350,000 naira, in the space of 3 months, so this will give us about 3,056 naira. So really you can use this to calculate any how much you're going to make on any treasury bill. So let's say you want to do 2 months, you can make this 60 days, then you make this if the rate is 3%, you make this 3.0%, you divide it by 60, you get your percentage, then you multiply by how much you invested. So that will always give you your profit. But if you don't want to go through all this, just give it to your bank. Your bank manager can calculate this for you very easily. That's much I have for you in this video. Thank you so much for watching. So if you have money in your account, instead of just leaving it there, if you're not ready to make major investments with it, you can just put it in treasury bills and earn some money from it, no matter how little. I know it's not so much, but instead of just leaving, some people leave monies in their accounts for a long time without doing anything with it. So you can start with this basic form of investment. If you don't know what to do with your money, at least something small is coming in until you're ready to do something major with the money you have. So that's so much I have for you in this video. Please, if you liked what I shared, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Please, if you're new to my channel, also tap the subscribe icon below to subscribe. Thank you, and see you all in my next video. Goodbye.